All right, again, adding and then simplifying. So starting off with common denominator. And again, I'm only doing that because once we get into mixed problems, that's the first thing you have to check because if you don't have a common denominator, then there's more work to do. So now we look at this. Well, we have a 5x, a 6y plus 5x minus 6y. So 5x plus 5x is what? Well, that's 10x. 6y minus 6y, well, that's 0. So it's basically 10x over 4. Now we have a 2 we can cancel out in numerator and denominator. 2 will go into 4 twice. 2 will go into 10 5 times. So what's that leave? Well, it leaves a 5x in the numerator and a 2 in our denominator. Okay. And that would be our final answer. So in this case, our 6y's, that just canceled that one and that. And then we're just left with 5 plus 5, which is 10x, and then all over 4. All right, what about this one? Okay, well, now this one we're subtracting. So again, I'm going to say, well, make sure we have a common denominator. Then we go with the decreasing powers of x. So let's start with 10x squared. Then we have minus 109x. And then it's just minus 11. And then that's all over 10x plus 1. Okay. Well, if I'm looking at this, I'm going to think about, one of them is probably going to be a 10x plus 1. So let's try that. So 10x plus 1. And the other one has to be x minus 11. So now let's see if that works. So if we multiply that, that's going to be a 10x squared. That's going to be minus 110x plus 1x. So it's going to be minus 109x. That's what we want. And then that's going to be minus 11 all over 10x plus 1. That cancels that. And that then leaves us x minus 1, minus 11 rather, as our final answer. Okay. So again, factoring is the key to these, and usually the way books work is they kind of give you a hint as what one term is going to be because you're going to cancel, and so that one they gave us a hint as 10x plus 1, and so then we just have to figure out what was left to make the trinomial here when you multiply it back out. All right, let's stop there and come back for some more.